the one God gave me. My only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. My happiness and my function are one. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other and I have no other. I want no other and I have no other. My only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. And God gives me only happiness. God gives me only happiness. He has given my function to me. 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 And therefore my function must be happiness. Therefore my function must be happiness. My happiness and my function are one, because God has given me both. My happiness and my function are one. My only function is the one God gave me, which is happiness. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today in studying A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles this year. Here for Lesson 83, which is a review of Lessons 64 and 65. Here for March the 24th of 2025. Today, let us review these ideas. My only function is the one God gave me. I have no function but the one God gave me. This recognition releases me from all conflict because it means I cannot have conflicting goals. With one purpose only, I am always certain what to do, what to say, and what to think. Are you always certain what to do, what to say, and what to think? Well, just have the one goal. My only function is the one God gave me. All doubt must disappear as I acknowledge that my only function is the one God gave me, which is what? To be happy. And if you're not being happy, it's time to practice what? Forgiveness. It's the doorway to peace. It's the way to remembering who you are. It's the way to healing yourself and the whole world with you. More specific applications of this idea might take these forms. So if someone bothers you during the day or you think of something that disturbs your peace, practice forgiveness by using these ideas of my only function is the one God gave me. My perception of this does not change my function. So last year we gave the example of if you had a flat tire, you're on the way to a really important event, and now you're going to be late, and you get out and you look, oh my, I got a flat tire. I'm going to have to change it. Don't get sad. Don't think that you're in charge. You be willing to practice forgiveness. Say, well, instead of a cuss word, I'm just going to smile about this because look at the humor of this. All I thought I had to be somewhere in 10 minutes, and now clearly I'm going to be late. God, it's what you did. It's what's happening. This does not give me a function other than the one God gave me. That flat tire doesn't mean I can be unhappy. That's not God's will for me. Let me not use this to justify a function God did not give me. That happy tire's not going to cause me to think I need to be grumbly and upset and disappointed and have a bad moment. Look at the humor of everything that's happening in your life. And then Lesson 66 review, my happiness and my function are one. All things that come from God are one. They come from oneness and must be received as one. Fulfilling my function is my happiness because both come from the same source, capital S on source, God. And I must learn to recognize what makes me happy if I would find happiness. My happiness and my function are one. Some useful forms for specific applications of this idea are, so when you have your flat tire and you get out and you notice it and you're going to be late, this cannot separate my happiness from my function. Or when someone says something to you that you could take as an insult on your invulnerability, on your peace of mind, look at it a new way. Ask for the miracle. See it in a way that maintains your function, your happiness. The oneness of my happiness and my function remains wholly unaffected by this flat tire or by that snide remark, which we want to get to where we don't even think things of being snide remarks. We want to see them as appeals for help. That's when we want to give the help that's asked for. Nothing, including this, can justify the illusion of happiness apart from my function. Okay, let's go back and look in our text reading, and we're in chapter 9, The Idols of Sickness, section 3, The God of Sickness. You have not attacked God, and you do love Him. Can you change your reality? No one can will to destroy himself. When you think you are attacking yourself, it is a sure sign that you hate what you think you are. And this and only this can be attacked by you. What you think you are can be very hateful, and what this strange image makes you do can be very destructive. Yet the destruction is no more real than the image, although those who make idols do worship them. The idols are nothing, but their worshipers are the sons of God in sickness. The idols are just images you've made, but they're no more. It says the idols are nothing, but their worshipers are the sons of God in sickness, with a sick belief. God would have them released from their sickness and returned to His mind. You want to be returned to God's mind instead of sticking in your sickness. He will not limit your power to help them because He has given it to you. Do not be afraid of it because it is your salvation, the power of changing your mind, your willingness to have a new thought. Paragraph 2. What comforter can there be for the sick children of God except His power through you? What comforter can there be for the sick children of God except His power through you? My only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. Just keep that in mind. What comforter can there be for the sick children of God except His power through you, your happiness? The whole world needs your happiness, needs your smile, needs your upbeat spirit, your optimism, your seeing the good in everyone and everything. This is what's going to heal the planet, that experience that you can exemplify and then spread on to your brothers and sisters, showing them that they're also similarly invulnerable in God. Whether they call it Christ or Krishna or Allah, it makes no difference. It's the same experience of goodness, of godness. One more O makes God good. The goodness, the godness. What comforter can there be for the sick children of God except His power through you? Remember that it does not matter where in the sonship He is accepted. He's always accepted for all. And when your mind receives Him, the remembrance of Him awakens throughout the sonship. Heal your brothers simply by accepting God for them. See the goodness in them. See the goodness in yourself to be an example for them. Heal your brothers simply by accepting God for them. Your minds are not separate, and God has only one channel for healing because He has but one Son. God's remaining communication link with all His children joins them together and them to Him. To be aware of this is to heal them because it is the awareness that no one is separate and so no one is sick. No one is separate, and therefore no one is sick. We're all in God. That's our function, is to be happy. And God made us to be like Him, which is pure love, pure happiness, pure joy, pure peace. Paragraph 3. To believe that a son of God can be sick is to believe that part of God can suffer. Love cannot suffer because it cannot attack. Love cannot suffer because it cannot attack. The remembrance of love, therefore, brings invulnerability with it. Do not side with sickness in the presence of a son of God, even if he believes in it. For your acceptance of God in him acknowledges the love of God he has forgotten. Your recognition of him as part of God reminds him of the truth about himself, which he is denying. Would you strengthen his denial of God and thus lose sight of yourself? Or would you remind him of his wholeness and remember your Creator with him? Paragraph 4. To believe a son of God is sick is to worship the same idol he does. God created love, not idolatry. All forms of idolatry are caricatures of creation, taught by sick minds too divided to know that creation shares power and never usurps it. Again, on that first sentence of paragraph 4, to believe a son of God is sick is to worship the same idol he does. Wow, to believe it. What we need to do is disconnect ourselves from our body and our observation and realize that the eternal spirit can't be sick, and it won't be ever be sick. And the body's not a reality. It's part of a matrix that you've drawn up by your belief systems, even if that you've shared with the whole world. But we're learning to let go of that belief that's making us go unconscious of our reality by practicing forgiveness, by doing the lesson today. My only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. That's the function God gave you, to stay eternally happy, eternally optimistic, eternally hopeful, joyful, peaceful in God. To believe a son of God is sick is to worship the same idol he does. God created love, not idolatry. All forms of idolatry are caricatures of creation, taught by sick minds too divided to know that creation shares power and never usurps it. Sickness is idolatry, because it is the belief that power can be taken from you. Yet this is impossible, because you are part of God, who is all power. A sick God must be an idol, made in the image of what its maker thinks he is. And that is exactly what the ego does perceive in a son of God. A sick God, self-created, self-sufficient, very vicious, and very vulnerable. Is this the idol you would worship? Is this the image you would be vigilant to save? Are you really afraid of losing this? 5. Look calmly at the logical conclusion of the ego's thought system and judge whether its offering is really what you want, for this is what it offers you. To obtain this, you are willing to attack the divinity of your brothers and thus lose sight of your divinity. And you are willing to keep it hidden to protect an idol you think will save you from the dangers for which it stands, but which do not exist. Let's look at that paragraph again. Look calmly at the logical conclusion of the ego's thought system and judge whether its offering is really what you want, for this is what it offers you. To obtain this, you are willing to attack the divinity of your brothers and thus lose sight of yours. And you are willing to keep it hidden. In other words, keep it unconscious, keep it out of your mind. Don't bring it into awareness so that you can look at it honestly. And you are willing to keep it hidden to protect an idol, the ego, the belief in sickness, the god of sickness, to protect an idol you think will save you from the dangers for which it stands, but which do not exist. 6. There are no idolaters in the kingdom, but there is great appreciation for everything God created because of the calm knowledge that each one is part of Him. God's Son knows no idols, but He does know His Father. Health in this world is the counterpart of value in heaven. Value your brother and you'll be getting closer. Value them as good, as God, as as Christ in the flesh. Namaste. See the holiness in them and honor it. God's Son knows no idols, but he does know his Father. Health in this world is the counterpart of value in heaven. It is not my merit that I contribute to you, but my love for you I do. Let's read that again. Health in this world is the counterpart of value in heaven. It is not my merit that I contribute to you, but my love, for you do not value yourself. When you do not value yourself, you become sick. But my value of you can heal you, because the value of God's Son is one. We're all in this together and all equal parts of the one love. One love, oh, Bob Marley says. When I said, when you do not value yourself, you become sick. But my value of you can heal you, because the value of God's Son is one love. When I said, my peace I give unto you, I meant it. And Jesus said that back in the Bible and was recorded in John chapter 14, verse 7. My peace I give to you. I meant it. Peace comes from God through me to you. It is for you although you may not ask for it. It is for you although you may not ask for it. 7. When a brother is sick, it is because he is not asking for peace, and therefore does not know he has it. The acceptance of peace is the denial of illusion, and sickness is an illusion. Again on that, when a brother is sick, it is because he is not asking for peace, and therefore does not know he has it. The acceptance of peace is the denial of illusion, and sickness is an illusion. Yet every son of God has the power to deny illusions anywhere in the kingdom, merely by denying them completely in himself. I can heal you because I know you. I know your value for you, and it is this value that makes you whole. A whole mind is not idolatrous and does not know of conflicting laws. I will heal you merely because I have only one message, and it is true. Your faith in that one message will make you whole when you have faith in me. Wow. Have faith in the divine chain of command. The divine chain of love. And remember, you're not a body. Whatever's going on in the body is not really reality. It's not you. You're going to wake up from the dream that you're a body and realize that you're an eternal, happy, loving spirit that sees everyone as happy, loving. And that's who you really are, seated in heavenly places in Christ. Paragraph 8. I do not bring God's message with deception, and you will learn this as you learn that you always receive as much as you accept. You could accept peace now for everyone and offer them perfect freedom from all illusions because you heard his voice. But have no other gods before him, or you will not hear. God is not jealous of the gods you make, but you are. You would save them and serve them because you believe that they made you. You think they are your father because you are projecting onto them the fearful fact that you made them to replace God. Yet when they seem to speak to you, remember that nothing can replace God, and whatever replacements you have attempted are nothing. 9. Very simply then, you may believe you are afraid of nothingness. Very simply then, you may believe you are afraid of nothingness, but you really are afraid of nothing. That's our reality, and we're not afraid of anything. And in that awareness, you are healed. That's the awareness we want to realize, that fear is nothing. We're afraid of nothing. Truly, our reality. And in that awareness, you are healed. You will hear the God you listen to. You made the God of sickness, and by making him, you made yourself able to hear him. Yet you did not create him, because he is not the will of the Father. He is therefore not eternal, and will be unmade for you the instant you signify your willingness to accept only the eternal. Accept only the eternal, not the ephemeral, the changeable, the body that that passes. That's not your reality. You can see your reality through the body, but that's not your reality. It's a learning device in this world. And it always has the power to do exactly what you need to do. Paragraph 10, and it'll always have the health you need to do exactly what you need to do. Remember, what do you need to do? Fulfill your function that God gave you, which is what? To be happy. Paragraph 10. If God has but one Son, there is but one God. You share reality with Him because reality is not divided. To accept other gods before Him is to place other images before yourself. You do not realize how much you listen to your gods and how vigilant you are on their behalf. Yet they exist only because you honor them. Place honor where it is due, and peace will be yours. It is your inheritance from your real Father. You cannot make your father, and the Father you made did not make you. Honor is not due illusions, for to honor them is to honor nothing. Yet fear is not due them either, for nothing cannot be fearful. You have chosen to fear love because of its perfect harmlessness. And because of this fear, you have been willing to give up your own perfect helpfulness and your own perfect help. And that word help is capitalized, giving up the Holy Spirit, the divine helper. And the last paragraph, 11, to finish this section. Only at the altar of God will you find peace, not before the altar of idols. Only at the altar of God will you find peace, and that's where there'll be joy. So do your lesson today. My only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. Only at the altar of God will you find peace. And this altar is in you because God put it there. His voice still calls you to return, and He will be heard when you place no other gods before Him. Back to the 10 Commandments even. Place no other gods before Him. You can give up the god of sickness for your brothers. In fact, you would have to do so if you give him up for yourself. For if you see the god of sickness anywhere, you have accepted him. And if you accept him, you will bow down and worship him because he was made as God's replacement. He is the belief that you can choose which God is real. Although it is clear this has nothing to do with reality, it is equally clear that it has everything to do with reality as you perceive it. So don't see the god of sickness in yourself or your brothers. I got into some of those little things, what they call them, I don't even know what they call these things, but they sure get their seeds spread around the world by sticking to you. We call them, I think that's what they call a stick tight. And this one here kind of fell apart after it stuck to me. Okay, what's going on around the world today? Ramadan continues, Lent continues for your Islamic and your Christian folks. For the Sikhs, it's martyrdom of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. It's Commonwealth Covenant Day. And I didn't look these up. I should have, but anyway, I didn't. I knew we were going to have a longer reading today, and I just wanted to get through it. Flatmates Day. Don't know what Flatmates Day is. Independent Accommodations Day. International Day of Achievers. Let's achieve our lesson today, which is my only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. And let's not see any gods of sickness. Let's don't use attack. Like we talked yesterday, let's run from it. Let's see God in everyone. And if they do something that kind of where you have to call on your higher self, well then do it because you know that they're in pain, they're hurting, but you can see their truthfulness, that which survives death, their reality, the love they are that's one with you. Okay, and this is probably the longest holiday, and I've got these holidays and observances, but listen, this is a long one. International Day for the Rights of the Truth concerning gross human rights violations and for the dignity of victims. I would certainly want us to do that. Each person is a person of worth day. Wow, doesn't that go along with our lesson today? See God in everyone. Stay happy. Don't let anyone take your joy away. Don't let anything, not a flat tire, not any kind of problem that comes up, take your joy away. You let those things be the things that remind you to wake up and to choose with God. Not use an attack, but use an appreciation and happiness, glory, joy, seeing the goodness, godness in everyone. And okay, let's see. And it's Rainbow Chard Day. And it's also Tuberculosis Day, World Tuberculosis Day. And you know, when people do believe they have those sicknesses, I think that there's a way the Holy Spirit helps us to have empathy without agreeing that they're sick, seeing their eternal, the immortal soul that can always express and do its function in this world, even if you have tuberculosis, even if you do die in this world. It's not a real death. Your eternalness is unaffected. You'll look at it like a movie that you were watching from the other side and go, it seems so real though. Okay, and there's a lot of near-deathers that say that very thing. They watch their life as if it was a movie, except the movie is where you can feel everything too. Okay, and out of Seed Savers Exchange, I've got the Rainbow Chard, also known as 5-color silver beet. It's a Beta vulgaris. The 5-color silver beet, or the Rainbow Chard, this technicolor mixture of Swiss chards with soft shades of red, orange, purple, yellow, and white tastes as good as it looks. It's clear to see why this variety is also called Rainbow Chard. Seed crops of all the different colors are grown in isolation to maintain a proper balance of colors. If you grew them together, they'd cross. Instead of getting a red and a white, you might get a pink, which that might be kind of nice too. Tender and delicious, it's an Australian heirloom from Digger's Garden Club, 50 to 60 days, 1,900 seeds to the ounce. 5-color silver beet, or also known as Rainbow Chard, which I just planted some Rainbow Chard yesterday. Okay, let's see. Let's close with our song. And let's remember today, my only function is the one God gave me. My only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other and I have no other. I want no other and I have no other. My happiness and my function are one. And God gives me only happiness. He has given my function to me. Therefore my function must be happiness. Therefore my function must be happiness. My happiness and my function are one, because God has given me both. My happiness and my function are one. My only function is the one God gave me. And our word for peace is from the Newman River area of what's now Lithuania, and it's Lithuanian, and its word for peace is the Taika. Taika be with you. My only function is the one God gave me. My happiness and my function are one. Taika. Taika? Maybe. Taika be with you.